Good morning. Good morning. We're just going to do a get ready with me. Chill, hang out, grab a snack, lay in the bed, scroll your phone, stop on this video. I'm just got out of bed and put my clothes on. This is the NYX Bear With Me sunscreen. This is what I am going to put under my face. This is a daily moisturizing primer. It's not necessarily a primer. It's just, it's really just the sunscreen that I'm going for. But it works well under my cream makeup that we're going to be doing. But I'm going to do my hair first. But I wanted to go ahead and get that on and out of the way. Man, it's Saturday morning. And I feel it. I feel like a train just kind of comes through every night and just waylays me. I'm going to pin my hair up. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, it's been, I feel like I fought a losing battle. I don't know what the deal is. Look at my hair. It's actually pretty clean because I just washed it Thursday night. It smells so good. I use that Moroccan oil shampoo and it just smells divine. We're going, me and my cousin, which is also like my best friend, is going to a women's conference today. Do you ever go to women's conferences? So I'm excited. I don't think I've been to one in a very, very, very long time. And I don't know that I've ever been to that many that I can recall. Anyway, we're going to a women's conference and I'm excited. But I'm going to do my hair the way I have been doing it, especially when it's clean, because this helps the curls hold. I got these little pins right here from Amazon. I need to link them in my profile under my Amazon favorites because they're perfect for doing little pin curls. All right. This is my head candy. I think it's called the Loudmouth. It's a long barrel. Loudmouth, very appropriate. And I'm just going to pin that right up. And forgot the heat protectant on that. I sure enough did. I'm getting low. I've got another can somewhere. It dries really quick. We'll pretend like I put a heat protectant on. If that one curl is the worst one in the whole head, we're going to know it's because it didn't have some heat protectant. Or if it falls out. I'm not going to pin everything. I'm just going to curl the bottom, the rest of the bottom like this. Without pinning. And only pin the two sides and then the top. I'll pin the top. And I kind of just like to pull it down and drag it down. Make it a longer curl. Now I'm going to actually spray just a little bit of this. It's from IGK as well. I love IGK. This is the, it's called the Beach Club, but it is a texture spray. So I'm going to spray just over that a little bit. It's a super fine mist. And it smells like coconut. And I'm going to do my eyebrows. What is my Roomba even doing? Do you hear that the Roomba have started? That Roomba, it is the arch nemesis of my life. That thing come in my room. We have it set up so that it will not listen to me and my third world problems over here. People starving to death, and I'm like griping about my Roomba. The Roomba woke me up. But I have it set to go off at 6. And I usually, I bet Braden came in there this morning. I usually shut my door so that it don't come in our bedroom. Even though it's supposed to be a smart map and not come in there. Oh, it does sometimes. And this morning that thing was in there like a child. Mama, wake up! So I got up and I had to do that. And then my dog come in there and it's just a fiasco. It's like a zoo around here. I don't know if I want to do my mascara. I'll do it last. All right, we're going to Seint. We're going to Seint it up. We're going to Seint the town red today. What brush do I want to use? I have been using one of my least favorite brushes from Seint, but I've been using it. So we're going to continue the trend because it's no longer my least favorite. Actually, least favorite is the way to put it, but it's not really my least favorite. It's my least used brush. And I don't know why. Okay. I'm going to start with a few things a little bit different than what I don't do. You know what? I'm going to try this too. I kind of tried it for a second the other day, but it was like late at night. This is the under eye brightener from Catrice. This is supposed to be the dupe for the Becca under eye primer. And so we're going to really try it. We have these color correctors. They're dimmy. And this reminds me a lot of like the 03. And it looks like it would be a little bit hydrating. And, you know, the older we get, the hydration under our eyes is key. So I thought this would be... I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom you in. I think it'll be fine. I mean, it doesn't look all yucky under my eyes. So that's a win. That's a good. Okay. Alright. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a little bit of this mango because I have a little bit of redness. Look at this redness is peeking through. Sometimes I would go in with a little bit of aspen or something too, but since I'm a little bit darker, I'll get away with doing the mango as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit of mango over those areas. And like the sunspot, I have a couple that I'm trying to get rid of slowly but surely, but I'm just going to go over a few little areas before I start. Normally I would put the mango under my eyes and it would work really well, but I wanted to try this because it's $6. You can, if you want the link to that, whenever I post this video, you can come back and tell me and I can send you that link because it's pretty good. I mean, I feel like it, or you can wait till it actually wears, but again, it's $6. You know, that's not a terrible deal. All right. And we're going to take this right here. I'm going to pinch it a little bit. And then I'm going to contour with it. Robin, are you, depending on, okay, I mean, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't have the detail brush and you're already using it and you love it, I would get the detail brush. Lots of times for your first time buyers, I would say get the blush bronzer because you get that in a deal unless you want a light coverage. And if you want a light coverage, then I will usually suggest the shape brush. So the two brushes that I feel like everybody needs is honestly the detail brush and the shape brush. But a lot of people don't want to buy that much right off the bat, and I get that because it's expensive. The brushes are $40 or $45, and that adds up, quick. I mean, I've had these same brushes for 3 years, actually 3.5 years, so they last forever. But the detail brush is probably maybe my most favorite, and it is so easy to contour. And then here's the detail brush. It is so easy to contour with those little sharp edges. It's a dream. I mean, you can get it on your lips. I mean, then this side right here, it's got this little point. I mean, you could even do your eyeshadow if you want to, but you can get in all the little details. That's why it's called the details, because this handles all the big details and the small details. And the blush bronzer, this thing is super duper. Look at that. That's how this was my favorite for the longest. I wore the handle off of it. But this is great for applying, for blending. This I love. You can powder with this, but man, you can bronze your body with this. I love this brush too. So you're very smart. That's the best thing to do, is to get you a list. Now I'm going to go in with my main shade that I'm getting dangerously low with. I'm going to flip over. Start you a list. I have a note section on my phone. And when I'm running low, I'll be like, I need more of this or I need more of this. And just start you either a wish list when you see people, doing something, and be like, oh, I need to use that, or I want to put that on my list. Put it on your list. And then you can, like you said, add a little bit each month, splurge. Say, hey, I want this. And then when birthdays and that kind of stuff come around, say, this is what I want. You know what I mean? You can keep adding. But I would get the detail first. I like to say that. Because before I was an artist, I was obsessed and wanted it all. It didn't matter if I couldn't wear it or not. I was like, ooh, that looks nice. I want that. I've never wore that color before, but I purchased it, and I did. I wanted it all. So I pretty much had everything before I was an artist. I loved it. It's the first time ever, and I'm going to go with my brightening highlight sunlit. It's the first time I feel like I was just completely satisfied with my makeup. And as a woman who loves makeup, that was nice to be really happy with it. And I still ain't looked back since. Now I'll try different stuff. Like, I guess I do drugstore stuff all the time. But, used to, I was at Ulta and Sephora a couple times a month. Checking out every new release, wanting this, wanting that. Not no more. Okay. Now we're going to kind of blend it all in. I'm going to go back to this side of the brush. That's the great thing, too, is that you can keep this in your hand the whole time and this in your hand the whole time and pretty much do your whole face. And you could even do your eyeshadow. Like, here got my eyeshadows here, too, But I have an eyeshadow brush. But you can, if you're a true minimalist, say that 3 times fast, you will be surprised at how much you could probably get by with just one brush for your entire face and a small palette, and just be like, okay, that's all I need. But I like to have, I like to have a brush for each personality that I have. So I like to play in the brushes, and I like to have more options, because this palette holds 27 tens. These are called tens. So this is the 2710 palette. I can hold 9 on this side, or I can hold 18 of these little eyeshadows, but you can also mix the bigs and the smalls, palettes, the 10s together. It's customizable. That's what's really neat about it. And it's a fun makeup. And then the results are always like, your skin looks so pretty and it feels good. I would love to say this makeup's for everybody, because I feel like it is. There's some people that don't like it. They don't like the way it feels, or, you know, whatever. But the first time I put it on, I was like, holy crap. This lady that color matched me is crazy. I can't wear this. And I sent it, every bit of it, back. I spent $160, $140, $150. I don't know what it was, but it was a lot to me. And I put it on thinking, now I could slap it on and it would look fine every time I put it on, because I've played in it and I understand a little bit more about it. But whenever I got it color matched, no, you ask all the questions that you want. No, I'll keep them together. I'll show you in just a second, because I want to do my eyeshadows too. But I sent every bit of this back. And then I kept watching all these videos, and I was like, why does it look so good on all these people? Now I'm going to go to my next layer. See, these are highlights and contours, because I just like options. I might want a more brighter one, or I might like a little bit like this is more of a light neutral, and this one's a more yellow. And see, I use this yellow one. It doesn't look crazy yellow once you blend it in then. And then I have a little color corrector. And then I have a couple of contours, because sometimes I may want it to be a little deeper. Like I might want to deepen it just a little. Like I could go in right now and just do a little bit deeper of a contour, because I'm like, oh, that's just not enough. So you can mix your contours too. And give it like a little bit, you know, a little pop. But I took the color. I know I've told this story a bunch of times, but we're on here getting ready, so I'll just continue to tell it. I'm going to now take this Bella bronzer, and I'm still using the same brush. I ain't put it down. And I sent it all back, disappointed. Every night, laying in bed, watching all these people do this crazy painting up their face, blending it out. Looks so easy. Probably like anybody that watches me and is like, well, it looks easy. Or you make it look easy. It is that easy. But it's different. It's just a little bit different than the other makeup I'd always wore. And so I sent it back, because I was like, this lady's high on drugs. I don't wear this. I look like Oompa Loompa. I'm as orange as the day is long. I look like I look like the town tramp. And so, like Dolly Parton talks about. So I sent it back. And then I ran into somebody who said, hey, there's somebody local that sells that makeup that you like. And she's over here. You ought to ask her. Did you talk to her about it? I was like, I can't do it. And I said, I'd have bought it and I can't get it to work. She said, well, ask her. So I went over there and I said, she's talking about it. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's the easiest makeup ever. I was like, well, it wasn't for me. I said, maybe I had the wrong colors, because I said I looked terrible. And I said, will you put some on me? Will you do a color match like if I come to your house? She said, oh yeah, come on. So I went to her house. She said, out of curiosity, what color did you buy? And I said, well, this is what I was matched with. Now I'm going to use, this is the color Rosewood, one of my favorites. She said, let's look at the time. And she told me. And I told her what colors. And that's so pretty. And she said, well, let's just try that. I said, okay. She put it on and I was like, I'm the supermodel. This is the most prettiest my skin's ever looked. This is the best. This matches exactly. Which is the same colors that I'm wearing today. It's like, when I got it, I just assumed it would be like any other makeup. And you just kind of swipe hard. You get a lot on your brush. And you, put it on your face. That's not what you do. It only takes a T90 amount of product. And then you just can build it and build it and build it till you're happy with it. So I don't have a lot of product on my face. As I'm talking and I'm doing things, and I feel like it takes longer, but really I can have my face done in usually less than 10 minutes. If I'm trying to get ready or do, make it extra nice or something, you can spend 20, 30 minutes, whatever. but it looked really good. So, of course, I reordered the exact same stinking colors that I had sent back. And it was like a charm. But now when I did get it again, put just a little bit more blush. Because I'd like to add a little bit at a time. And then when I got it, though, I still had to play in it. Because, I mean, there are sometimes your first timers that'll get it and be like, oh, it's amazing. It's the best thing ever. I had to play in it for a few weeks before I figured out kind of my niche on how it worked good for me. All right. So that's my face. Now we're going to do my lips really quick. I'm going to do a little bit of this illuminator. This is the color Nova. As you can tell, I love it. But then I ain't look back and wanted it all, because it was for the first time ever that I felt my makeup looked pretty on me. And it didn't look cakey, and it looked natural. Now, I can still wear too much, and that's probably everybody's main issues that they don't realize, is that they are using way too much product. That's why I always say, grab you a beauty sponge, keep one of these, whether it's ours or just one from TJ Maxx, Walmart, and have you a damp sponge, and that way this will go through and it picks up if you ever use too much. Too much. And most people do, because they're used to putting on a lot more makeup. It's crazy. All right. Now, this is my absolute favorite. This is Chai Latte. It's from LA Girl. You can get it at CVS. You can get it at Ulta. It's the only two places. Anywhere that carries LA Girl. But I love this. Another thing is it does take a couple of weeks, because that's an oily person. So I was like always trying to get my my skin in check here, being oily, and this is cream, and I was like, is this gonna work good for me? It worked just fine. But you have a little bit of a transition to where your skin starts kind of adjusting. It takes usually a couple of weeks, and I always put that in my color match email. I'm gonna flop over to this and powder right here, right on my eyeballs. But you still can set it or whatever. You don't have to. And some people are like, well, I'm oily, or I got, well, set it. It's just like regular makeup. You can set it. I'm going to leave that on there for just a second. It is a learning curve. Yes, it took me several weeks. And then I was like, oh. And then I'll be honest, sometimes I accidentally do something, and then I find that I love what I just did. Like those happy little accidents. They're my favorite. When you're like, ooh, I'm going to start doing this. This is nice. All right, this is the one size from Patrick Star. Oh, gosh, y'all. This is the Ultra Pink Powder. I love this. I think it's cheaper getting it from their website than it is from, like, Amazon or anything. I paid a little bit more on Amazon, because I bought from Amazon before I looked on their website. But I like it with a little puff. So it's Ultra Pink. And that is pink. Ultra Pink. And I'm just going to stamp it right there. Right where I would normally. Because I don't want my makeup to be too matte. But since I'm kind of oily anyway, my skin will kind of shine through at some point. But this is a good, and you can use more than me if you wanted. Mat it up. Now, like, if I've already put on my illuminator right here and here, I just kind of steer clear of that. I'm going right above it. I steer clear of that. Like, I'm not going to powder my nose, but my smile lines, and then I'll just kind of And then I like to go over it with a setting spray too. And we'll do that probably at the end. And this is the one size one. I got the mini. I'm going to buy the full size because I like it a lot. But I was the same way, Amy. I was like, I'm not going back. I can't see myself ever. I actually I've started this other skincare, and this company has makeup. So I thought, well, I'm going to try. We're going to have to recurl that, ain't we? Did I say my curler? I thought, I want to try it. I have put off buying it because I thought I wanted to try it because, believe it or not, some people may not like the cream foundation. Shocker. And if they don't, I thought, well, that's great to have another alternative. But I can't make myself buy it just yet. And I need to. All right, now I'm going to go in. So I line my lips with the Soft and Juicy. Now I'm going to take this. This is my favorite combo. Favorite. It's from Wet n Wild. It smells kind of weird. Like, you know, it smells kind of like our makeup a little bit. Almost like crap. Okay. Look at me. Go back into the 80s. I like to put that on. And then in my lips together like this. And then it bleeds my the Perfect Cheer. What is that? It's the Perfect Cheer. And look, it's so pretty. And it's sheer. It's a sheer stain. But it's got these little shimmers in it. But it works so well with that. Works so well with that brown lip liner. And I use that brown lip liner with everything. All right, let's do my eyes really quick. So here I have my shimmers at the top here. I have a powder. I have a brush cleaning towel. I have my mattes. We're going to use a favorite combo. I probably should use, let me look at this new one. We have a new March shade of the month. It is the color Dream. And normally I start with Bubba. So I think we will do Dream today. So here's Dream. Here's Dream. And here is Bubba or Chai and Bubba. It's just a little bit deeper than Bubba. And you can't tell so much on camera. I mean, it's a little bit deeper than Chai. But it's a little bit cooler. Like here's Bubba. It's just a little bit cooler. So we're going to use that. I really want to do a little bit more warm. Because of my shirt. This is the eyeshadow brush. One piece of advice that I would say. And if Amy is still on here. Then she can totally attest to this. When you are... oh, that's pretty. If you didn't do anything other than just add on a little bit of mascara, this would be a great, just a single shade to wear. I'm going to have to get another one of these. These were in our advent calendar last year, and now they're selling them every month. They're releasing one limited edition. And my other piece of advice before I forget, and my squirrel brain goes off. All those were... It's called Dream. It's March. It's available for March. It's to get a palette. If you think you're going to love the makeup, a lot of people will purchase a palette that's kind of small in the beginning. And then the next time they order a few things, they like, well, they need another palette because they're not going to have room. I would suggest getting a palette, especially your first purchase, no smaller than a 12 so that you have room to add some things. And I love to keep my powders separate from my creams because if I drop this, then you're going to have this happen. See, this right here, I drop it. This one right here it ended up cracking. And so, of course, that gets all in your palette. And you really don't want that on all your other creams and stuff. Now, granted, you can wipe it right off, but you will have to take off some of your cream product to do that. And that just stinks because you're wasting your product. So I would suggest getting something big enough. Like, the next size up from this, because this is the 27, but they have one that is an 18 that holds 2 layers, and then they have the 12. So I would always go with the 12 or the 18. If you think you're going to be really obsessed with the next order you get, go ahead and splurge, spend a few extra dollars, and get a little bit bigger palette, because that's what the convenience factor is of this, is that you can actually keep everything together and not have a bunch of different palettes that you have to go to. And then if you bought a small one to start with, that can be your travel palette or your work palette. Like I have a little small palette that I have in my desk drawer at work in case I ever need to touch up, or we're going somewhere at the end of the day and I want to do a touch up. I have another little set there. It's the little 8. Look, do I have time to do this? No, I don't. Hang on. Let me show you. So, the more 10s that you purchase, you also get palette credits. So this is a 18. I'm sorry, this is a 27. And this one's an 18. So it's 2 layers. Then this one is the next size down, and it's a 12. And so it holds 12. It's a 12, so it holds 12. What a genius. I'm so smart. But you say, oh, I had some in there. But you can still keep your, if you wanted to get powder separate, you know, you could. And then a lot of people, because it is cheaper, will go with one of these that only holds 4. Or you can get one that holds 8. But then you don't have a lot of room with these. But now I have this one right here, same one at work, because I can put several colors and a couple eyeshadows in it, and it's good to go. So if you do have a small one, that's a good one to keep in your purse or in your, you know, at your office or somewhere else that you, if you needed an extra one, if you later on you decide. So that's the only advice that I would give. Because if not, you're going to be like I was and keep getting all these little palettes. And then all of a sudden I had all these little palettes and I could have just kicked myself for not getting a bigger one because I wanted everything in one compact. Okay, so I've got Dream on. Now I need to go in with, we're going to use Blondie. And I got to hurry, y'all. I have to leave here in, probably like 10 minutes. Good morning, good morning. I know. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Amy, for sure. Go ahead and get the big one. But it's hard to tell. You don't know that you're going to be obsessed with it. You know? Because believe it or not, there's a few people that are not. What's wrong with these people? And that's what I'm meaning, Robin. Like, just like you said, you get. Now, you've got a lot of little palettes. But now they are fun, too. And I'll tell you something else that I did. So like when the grandbaby comes over, she wants to play in my stuff. Well, we're going to use the color pomegranate. April! Me and April visiting. April's the one that I'm going to the conference with. This is pomegranate. The grandbaby will come over and she wants to get in my makeup. And I'm like, eh. So I have a palette. I also use it for events. But like when she came, I let her play in it and it was perfect. Because I had saw someone use one of their empty little tins like they had, like this. And I poured some of my nail polish, some of my old nail polish that I never used. I poured that in there and let it dry. I actually put it in the fridge, let it dry. And then I popped that into one of my little palettes. And she would run around with like an old brush that I'd had. And that was her makeup. So she could do whatever. And then it didn't get anywhere. I didn't have to worry about her, you know, getting on the furniture or none of that stuff. And I would just put enough in there to coat the bottom of the thing. But you can do all the wild colors. You can do a blue. You could do, but I tried to do the ones that looked a lot like my palette. That's the color pomegranate. So pretty. Now I'm going to flip over to this end and we're going to do just a little bit of Philly. Philly was out of stock. I don't know if it still is or not. But if it is, Cocoa is super close. Cocoa to me, I say this, but it's like it's just a little bit richer. But I love to anchor just a little bit of that Trust me, it'll look a lot better once I get my mascara on. April, what time are you leaving? Are you going to try to get there? Like, I figure we probably need to get there. If we're your mother-in-law, is she going to save it? Will she be there to... Are we all going to sit together to have seats? Or do we just get there? Because I figure we probably need to get there a little sooner than later. Me and April's notorious for being late. And then I'm going to take this color Rome. I clean this off with my little pad. So you got a little cleaning pad here too. And I'm going to put that right up here. And I'll go back over my eyebrows where I need to. But I love to start doing my eyebrows first, so that I can just kind of fill in where it needs to be at the end. Alright. 8:38 for your curling your hair and be done. Okay. I'm going to take mine. You have to let me know when you're done. When you're leaving, so I can leave too. Because all I gotta do is take mine down and pull it back. Alright. I'm going to do this. In my waterline. This is from Tarte. It's called Awake. And boy, do I need it today. I had to put some eye drops in earlier because, oh, it's got to be this. It's the time of the season. Wet n Wild. It's called Breakup Proof. This is just the color black. We're going to do that. And I have another one, because I'm bougie like that, is Elf. I'm real bougie. And then I will take this and put this in the outer corner and flick it up and make like a little wing. And then I'll kind of drag it on the outer half of my eye. And that'll help do a little cat eye. But I don't know if I want a cat eye. I think we're going to go all the way across. I'm not feeling catty today. And I like to do just a little bit in the corner here. Alright, and I'll go really quick again. Everything's quick, isn't it? Everything's quick, but yet I play and play and play. I'm just barely going back over the eyebrows a few places because as I brush around them, and I know I should do this last, but if I do it last, sometimes I make them, my nose is running, or stopped up. Sometimes I make them too harsh. So if I start it, then I can just kind of fill a little places. All right, let's do the little eyeballs. This is the Lash Princess. It's a primer. I should have sprayed my... yeah. And then we're going to use... this is the False Lash Effect also. Because I have my pink tube, but do you know where it's at? If you do, tell me so I can find it, because I have no idea where it's at either. I dropped it. I mean, I put it somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. I only have a workstation this big, but I managed to lose everything in it. I like to always comb my lashes down first. Okay. And then, April, are you carrying your Bible and like a notebook? I mean, I can only imagine that you would carry your Bible to a Bible study. I guess that was a stupid question. But are you carrying a notebook? And Shazam! Look at them eyeballs. That's just like the icing on the cake for the eyes when you put your mascara on. It just brings your whole eye look together. It's the icing on the cake. And then, you know what that popping is that goes around the edges and that kind of stuff? I know that's icing too. But that's got an important part. And that's what we're going to refer to as the eyebrows. So if you fill in your eyebrows, you are going to take years off your face. Just a little bit. Even if you just get one of those little wands and run it through your hair that has color in it. That will, because I don't have much eyebrow. So I have to draw some on. Mine are microbladed. You're going to use your phone? Okay, I'll just take a notebook too. Probably easier, wouldn't it, to keep up with? And you can go to things really fast. I can go into things really fast on my Bible app. Alright. I feel like my mascara takes longer than my whole makeup routine. Alright. Wow. What a difference! Let's pull these down real quick. Comb it out. Oh, I probably need to spray my face. Again, this is the one size. It's very lightweight. You're probably thinking, are you setting that till Jesus comes back? Well, I'm trying. I'm trying to set it. But it's lightweight, and I think I'm down to the bottom of it. So it's not like it was tons, but I'm telling you right now, I used it the other day. My makeup did not budge. When I took it off, it looked almost just like I had just put it on at the end of the day. And normally, they don't do that to me. They don't. Setting sprays don't do that. All right. I really wanted my other pick, but I just told y'all here it is. I just told y'all my dilemma. Look how pretty those curls are. And so bouncy and shiny. And then I like to comb it through. But pinning it up makes my curls actually stay longer. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I hate fixing my hair with a turtleneck. This mock turtleneck on. Alright. Let me get a couple of these tangles out back here. There we go. Now I'm going to go with this Crybaby from IGK. I mean, if I was anybody on social media, IGK would be like, we want you to be our spokesperson because that's all you use. It really is just about all that I use. Look how pretty that is. And I could totally leave it down. But I won't. Because I can't. It's against my religion. It's against my nature. So I'll pin it back. I have to be real careful because this oil, I don't want it on the top of my hair. Because I will look greaseball factory quick. I'm just going to pull this back. I need to be leaving. April, you left yet? I'm excited. I'm really excited about this. I love the fact that we're going to this. And I'm going to push that forward. And I was going to pull a little bit out. I still will. Probably going to regret it because it would look just fine like that. But no, you know, I can't just leave it alone because I am human. I am woman. Hear me roar. And then I'm going to take this little clip like this. See, the trick is to take it, pull it back, and then push it up. And it doesn't matter if the top of it, like, I'm just going to be honest. Let's look at this right here. Let's look at the situation. That ain't perfect. It ain't got to be. You can play with it. You can take this. You can then pull it. You can still play with it and get it to just like that. You can get it to still work around and look good. It doesn't matter that sometimes when you first do it, I used to always be the first one to pull right down and restart again. And then I'm going to take, even with the claw clip, you can still go in and manipulate. That's off. I need to do just a little bit here, but I like to pull these out And then pull that up. And then we're going to do some quick sprays. And then we're done. Just going to go out the door. She hit the door. Next thing you know, Susie got to go, go, go. I don't want the flexible one. I want one with some hold in it. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some hairspray in it. Strong finish and hold. You guessed it. IGK. Apparently the 3 favorite letters of the alphabet these days. This stuff is not super affordable, but I will say this. I try to get everything when it's on sale. And they do have sales regularly. And sometimes for good products, you're going to pay. When they say you pay for what you get, they ain't lying. That's with everything in life. Don't mean to get all philosophically. This says it's a strong hold, but it is not super, super strong. So I can use a lot more than even that. Okay. Look! I look human again. She's a human. And then we're going to put on these cute earrings. And then I got to put my shoes on, and I'm fixing a head. It's Cheech and Chong says, I'm going to make like a bakery truck and haul buns out of here. I love gold. All right. How's that look? All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for chilling and hanging out with me. I'm so sorry if I did not say some questions, but if there's anything that you have questions on what I used on anything, you know, send a message or comment down here and I will respond. Anyway, here's my Seint makeup. You can get a color match at colormatchbysusie.com.